Hey everyone, my name is James Boyd. I'm going to be doing a little bit of talking today about some of the things that I really liked about Windows 8 and some of the things that I didn't like as much about Windows 8. There really are a lot of great things about Windows 8. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So what is really great about Windows 8? They do have a lot of good features. I personally find that most of the features that are really great about Windows 8 are just carryovers from Windows 7. Um, it's just things that they did right the first time, and they adopted the philosophy of, well, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So that was really a good idea by Microsoft. Um, Most notably, of course, you've got your apps and things that can be installed on Windows 8. Now, this is a carryover from Windows 7, and it's very useful for a lot of things. Also noteworthy on Windows 8 is that you can switch between mobile and desktop mode. So a lot of the apps that you can download on your desktop PC, if you have the same login file, you can of course use on your mobile tablet device or your phone, which is really cool. Okay, two of my favorite Windows 8 applications are Skype and Spotify. Now, Skype is sort of a video and messaging application, and Spotify is the best music application that there ever has been. So for Skype, it's a voice chat service, but it does a lot of other things as well. You can do instant messaging. You can even create chat rooms with your friends, or if you have a business, you can easily do conferences and so on and so forth. You can use it just like a phone. You just have a contact, and as long as you know their screen name, you are able to give them a call, and you can have a phone conversation via a headset and a microphone. It also does video chat and video conferencing. Depending on the speed of your internet connection, the video chat actually is very clear, and it's a really good sort of feature. And video conferencing is actually something I've used in the past for clients doing computer builds and whatnot, and it's been really helpful and it functions very well. Also worth noting is that it's free. You can pay for it if you would like, but it's really only sort of like buying minutes on a prepaid cell phone so that you can call actual phones or landlines. But if you just choose to talk to people over Skype, it doesn't cost anything at all for any of the services, video, instant messaging, or voice chat. Now, Spotify is absolutely one of my favorite music apps I have ever seen. It's just amazing. You can use it to make your own playlist. You can use it to search for songs, and the catalog of songs is enormous. There's just so many songs on there that are great. Very large list of songs. Basically anything you want, you can find. And it is a free app as well. You can use it on your desktop or your laptop, and you won't ever be charged anything. However, if you wanted to use it on a mobile phone, like for example, if you wanted to plug it in your car and be able to listen to it that way, it does cost about $10 a month. Similar to if you wanted to do Pandora One, which is the Pandora radio station, doesn't have any advertisements. It's very similar to that, except that you can choose what song you want to listen to rather than having it be a radio station. So it gives it a little bit of an advantage in my mind. And as I said before, it is $10 per month on mobile devices. Okay, so those are some of the things I really enjoyed about Windows 8. But of course, there is also some really negative things about Windows 8. The real big issues with Windows 8 are the introduction of the Metro user interface, which is the mobile app. And I know I said earlier that it was a cool thing, and it is, but the problem is how they integrated it with the desktop interface. The really big issue that sticks out to me is that the Windows key no longer brings up the start menu. You now use it and you get like this sort of interface where you can switch between the desktop mode and the Metro mode. As a person who's used Windows for a long time, the Windows key has become sort of a part of how I do things. I use it to bring up the Windows Explorer or to bring up the Start menu, any other things like that, and it just really is sort of become a shortcut that I use constantly, every single day when I'm working on my computer. And it seems like that Microsoft may have sort of stepped away from that philosophy. Well, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Instead, they just changed it. And I feel like that's sort of confusing to consumers, and it makes it less user-friendly, because now there's something that everybody knew what it did, and now does something completely different. So that, I think, is a really big downside. And they did a lot of other things like that in an attempt to integrate the Metro UI into the regular desktop interface. And I don't think it was a very good idea. And the other thing that really bugs me about it is that there's not really any features that are so good that you go, wow, I really need to upgrade to Windows 8 because it can do this. Windows 8 doesn't really have any of that unless you're a person who is really, really into mobile computing. And by mobile computing, I mean without a laptop. I mean on a tablet, like a Surface tablet or a Windows phone. There's not a really good reason. There's no feature that just makes you feel like you really need to upgrade to Windows 8. And that's kind of a problem because, it's an expensive program, and if you don't need to upgrade to it, then there's not really a good reason to do so. This is my works cited page, but that's about everything I have to say, and I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon.